Part 2. Yep. So the parts. Bring them in and go one by one. Brake pad lead to the end. 2-piece heart to get in with. First and foremost, these. The brake pad's gonna. I don't think I want to use it. The brake pad's gonna be in there when it's gonna have movement like that. So again, if this is all seized up and rusty, it's gonna prohibit that movement. We don't want that. Same with your pad. It's in situ. Slide like so. Same again, rusted up, prohibit movement. Make sure these bits are just as clean, same as your boot sliders. Needs to be just as clean as the rest of it. Yours, if you take one off, it's been a while. Good bits of that, I normally get it clean. It wasn't too bad. Rinse off. There's a little bit there. That's up there. See, keep them well serviced, keep them looked after. One of the things I do not look after my bikes, here's proof. And no, I've not done this before the camera. I think the last time I serviced these brakes, I mean the bike's been in service, well, I mean it's restoration, so these haven't seen much use, but I think I did this brake last year about this time. So I had a few outings and whatnot, but these brakes haven't been serviced for at least, let's say about 2/3 of a year since these were last touched, but the bike hasn't seen as much miles as it has done. But even then, look at that, 100,000 miles. That's over 100,000 miles. Look after your parts, they'll look after you. Same again this bit. Toothbrush scrubbing. I saw before, it's all icky dirty. Toothbrush scrubbing. Make sure these go the right way. You'll quickly know if not, but even then, if you get it wrong, it's not nice. There we go, cool treat. Okay, cool treat that, look at that. Again, the only thing you need to watch out for is you can see this bit of wear at the bottom. If that's too severe, then you will have to replace this part. But, take a bit of sandpaper or whatnot. With a bit of chamois, you can usually smoothen them back down a little bit. Although there's a little bit of marking, it's not that bad. Step up, just a little bit closer. Oh, kind of Durex had that on the other side of this garden. Someone ever said to me, would you rather have a child with have your bollocks cut off now? Hand me the fucking scissors. Oh my god. I am not a parent or a kid person in the slightest. At all. I cannot stand them. Nice and clean. In the back, it's not too bad, but with a little bit of course. I'll shine it back up. Give it a nice shiny part. Next bit you gotta look out for. Boot slide. Same again, this is very important to get. Okay. Halfway. A little scrub down. I'm not too bold with these because I've got loads of these upstairs. So. Got spare ones of these if you need them. Watch out for bending, because over time they might get a bit bent. So watch out for that. That's pretty straight. So watch out for the rusting. Bit of chamois. DVD. Shut up very quickly. Everyone wants to bar me a unit out of the way, so we got peace and quiet to film. I don't get disturbed by everyone 5 minutes. Please do. Yeah, we're not looking for perfection in this, but same again, as you can see, it's really coming up a treat. A good thing to do here is put it in there, like that. Bit of DVD. Yeah. See. Make sure to work on different bits. I mean, a good trick is if you start at the top, once you get started, kind of screw yourself in. Use that more DVD if you need to. Let's go and sleep. Back a bit. The tighter you hold it, the better. And so we did. You can see, looking much better. Can't get it, but yeah, looking much better. So you can do that to your heart's content, but if it's too pitted, you're never going to get the pitting out. By the time you shaved all the pitting out, you have to replace it anyway because the tolerance will be way out. Make sure to get your threads as well, the bolt threads. And they'll clean out. That's it. What's that part? A bit of WD down there to help work on the grease right. Yeah, you just want to scrub it away with a brush. Check these, if these are too bad, same again, you can do these down. But they're not expensive to replace. I'll put loads upstairs. That one's in good nick. No need. Make sure this isn't cracked up, this way the rum's going to be. That's where the metal plate's going to sit. So. See a couple of bits and lots there, a good tool you can use is Assembly and Levy's toolkit. Just scrape gets all that off. Actually fits just there, lovely. It's like they knew what this tool could do. They made the tool just for that job because it fits just lovely to get down there and get all your bits out. That's fine. Have a brake cleaner. And semi rag, just get hit with a rag. That's just popped out. That's not a problem. So I mean, these can be replaced. You pop that out as so, and in there is your metal bore piece. As long as it's nice in there, that's what you want to check. But yeah, you can easily pop these back in as long as they're not damaged. It's good because you can actually get the grease in there and then there in two separate ways. Just give the thing a quick right down. Listening because it's a child. What do you expect it to do? Follow, stand, salute. So it did be apparent, be fully Edwardian style. Seen, not heard. God forbid they should be heard. The best way to get them to cotton earbud, gets it out every time. Same in there, no cotton earbud will get it out. That gunge out. You can run your toothbrush around and get the worst of it out. A little grease. There it is. These ain't too expensive to replace. If you want to replace these can be. These usually come in your rebuild kits. You can normally just do it this way. The worst of it out. Move away. I'll see. Back in a second. I'll get some cotton earbuds. Right. Cotton earbuds. This is the brush I'm looking for. It just allows you to get in that end piece and get the extra gubbins out. Go on there, bud. Give it a lick. Just swirl it in there. See, and gets it all out. So it's not terribly old grease. And we're putting the same type of grease back in, so. I've never never heard a ped being ridden so badly in my life. What the hell? It's looking nice and clean in there. Same again in here. I've let the brake cleaner sit in there so it helps get it out a bit more. Just brush a bit around the edges. Bristles can get in a bit more, they're a bit harder than the toothbrush. They can use it on all jobs like this. You can see it's all coming out like a nasty melted jam. There we are. It's lovely, done it. So you want this area to be nice and clean. It's all metal, that. So you just don't want that area getting nasty, getting seized, getting rust. So I've currently got a caliper on my, not on my donkey, but from my donkey. It is completely seized in this area. I don't have to free that up yet. I'm sure I'll find a way. But so looking nice and clean there. It's a bit round there. Where I might cheat actually. Can I? Nope, don't need to. This piece does it again. I'll dislodge the piece from there. And clean that straw. Nice and clean down the hole now, just as it should be. So we can pretty much all clean now where it needs to be. Probably want to get some of the harder bits further, but this is where you're worried about, make sure that's all in good condition and clean. Same there. This is why my videos and my jobs take a bit longer, because where most people just whip it off and give it a basic clean and then throw it all back together, I go down to the finest details. I want everything to be as right as possible when I put something back together. That means a longer time, well technically means it should be a longer time before you go back to do the job again. Let's see, it's over a year's time and this caliper has seen over 100,000 miles. So yeah, you look after it and the service jobs ain't too difficult, but at the same time if you do it nice and elaborate and make sure things are done properly, then they last this way. Right, this last piece I need to do, it was just the boot in here. Down here in this boot. So again, bit of brake cleaner. There she goes. Again, now the camera's getting this. Dirty. Then yeah, we'll just stick in the. There's plenty of spares. All we're doing is just sticking it in there like we did the other one. Right round. And there you go, you'll see it all coming out icky. You just stick it down there. Get as much out as you can. These boots, same again, can be replaced if they're too bad, but as you can see, mine ain't too bad. Just get a few little bits off, it's not as bad. There it's not that bad. Most of it you'll find just hangs in this little bit. There we go. Yeah, I mean, you know, you can do caliper jobs like this, service them in 20-30 minutes. It just depends how bad they are and how clean you want to reassemble it. Do it properly like this, you know. If I weren't filming, I'll probably get it done about half an hour. Just depends how bad it is. Yeah, that's not looking too bad now. Quick squirty worties. So I say wear eye protection when using brake cleaner. Well, as you can see, it's all clean. Filling there's pretty nice. Last but not least, seat pads. Let me set the camera again. At least we forgot the pads. Now for the pads, depending which ones you use, I've got a set somewhere here. Same again, only work from both using the toolkit. That flat barrier screwdriver. On these, this is another pad, another set. Sometimes these will fill up with dirt, and they look worse than what they are. Run your flat bladed through them, actually, and you can get a good gauge on how much meat you've got left. Obviously there's not much left on these, hence why they got taken out. There's still quite a bit of meat, but that's your line there. Once that line's gone, it's replacement time. As you can see, they're not too bad. I mean, there's still meat in that pad, you can still use that for a few thousand miles, but on the levy, it's the opposite to my Benelli. Get them changed well and early. So when you go around the edges, yes for that, but yeah. I'll continue on these on mine. I'll put clean the pad that I'm not going to be working on. There's also this bracket at the back you can take off, so when you get a new pad, I'll do it now for you. Some bikes have them, some bikes don't. If people say to you, you don't need this, they're lying. Because you do. It'll work without it, but you'll have a lot more squealing going on. It just comes off like so. There we go. Like a metal bracket, like the other ones. Yeah, anyone that says you don't need these, you don't, but after a while you will want them back in there, believe me. They can make a loud squeal if not fitted with them. Not all pads, but a lot of pads, if this ain't on the back, even though your whole thing's put together right, even though it's all clean and everything's tidy, nothing's seized, nothing's stuck, these I'm just going to get another fresh pot of water. Actually, I might be able to do it with this, to be honest. The worst of it off. When you get a new set, you just take these off and throw them in the new ones. Sometimes you get them with your pads, the new sets, sometimes you don't. But always make sure you got them on the back. There's a lot of squeaking brakes going on. One more cup of water, this water's getting cold. As you see, pretty clean. And these don't move, you can leave them on the pads if you want to, but I like to try and look look after these pieces if I can help it. One piece, and here's the comparison. So how many mechs do you know when you take your bike in for a service do it to this extent of cleaning? I don't. Especially if, you know, you pay for an hours for them to do this, or you know, they've done it in half hour. And you've had a check at your pads, or check your brake because they're squeaking, and they're back in half hour saying it's working again. They've done something, but they ain't done this. So it'll depend on the caliper system, but highly unlikely they have done it to this extent. You service a caliper, you want to get as many parts serviced as you can. Yeah. Looks like a great cleanup. Trying to go easy on that, still £4 a bloody tin. I'll go through it like no tomorrow. Yeah, the sun shined up. Some pieces ready. Same egg on the back and on the front. I'm gonna get some fresh water to finish the job, and then we'll be reinstalling them. So join me in the next one.